A year has passed since the events of Weirdmageddon. 14-year-old Dipper and Mabel Pines return to Gravity Falls for summer vacation once again. Ford and Stanley have sailed away on their ship, Stan O'War, to travel the seas, leaving the Mystery Shack under Seuss's management. He's now the rightful owner, proudly wearing a new red shirt with Mr. Mystery written on it, trying his best to maintain the family business. Dipper has noticeably matured and become more confident, but his drive to solve mysteries hasn't faded. Mabel has kept her optimism, though there's now a hint of teenage maturity in her behavior. They nostalgically reminisce about last year's adventures and decide to visit the place where Bill Cipher's statue once stood. Making their way through the familiar forest, the twins emerge into that very clearing. But instead of the stone triangle, they're met with only an empty depression in the ground, overgrown with fresh grass. The statue has vanished without a trace. Dipper puzzledly examines the spot where it should have been, while Mabel tries to find at least some fragments. Strange, Dipper mutters, running his hand over the ground. There aren't even traces that the statue was moved. It's like it just dissolved. Mabel circles the clearing, peering behind every tree. Maybe someone stole it? Though who would want a statue of an evil triangle? Suddenly, the air begins to shimmer with bluish light, and the temperature around them noticeably drops. The leaves on the trees rustle without wind, and the ground beneath their feet vibrates slightly. Dipper instinctively grabs Mabel's hand, and they press their backs together. A strange figure begins to materialize before them. First, a faint blue glow appears, then the contours become clearer. It's a blue square with a single eye in the center, surrounded by a soft radiance. Unlike Bill's aggressive aura, this being emanates calmness. "Don't be afraid," the creature says in a melodic, almost sad voice. "I won't harm you." Dipper and Mabel freeze, unable to believe their eyes. The shape is very similar to Bill, but completely different in feeling. "Greetings, young Pines," the blue square continues, slowly turning to each of them. "My name is Tad Strange. I am the brother of the one you knew as Bill Cipher." Mabel gasps and covers her mouth with her hands, while Dipper instinctively takes a step back, shielding his sister. His eyes narrow and suspicion sounds in his voice. "Bill's brother. How can we trust you? Your brother almost destroyed the entire world." Tad sadly tilts his square form, and his single eye closes for a moment. "I understand your concerns, and I'm here precisely to correct my brother's mistakes." 1 year had passed. Dipper and Mabel, now 13, were returning to Gravity Falls. On the bus, Mabel, in a new unicorn sweater, exclaimed excitedly, "Dipper, do you feel it? The air. It smells of pine, adventure, and a little bit of cheese." Dipper, adjusting his cap, replied, "I feel it, Mabel. And something else. The town is calling us again." "Sue said he has a very important mission for us," Mabel said cheerfully. "I doubt it's about paint colors, Mabel," Dipper sighed. Sue's sounded troubled. The bus stopped at the Mystery Shack. The SOOS's Mystery Museum sign hung crookedly. Sue's, in his usual uniform, with a paper crown and a manager badge, rushed out to meet them. "Dudes, you're here. I missed you so much." He hugged them. "Welcome home. Seuss, you look regal." Mabel laughed. "Where are Grunkle, Stan, and Ford?" A smile faded from Seuss's face. They're still on their world tour, sending postcards from the weirdest places. The last one was from underwater, from mermaids, I think. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is..." He lowered his voice. "The weirdness is back, dudes. Everything's returned. And it's even worse." "What? But how? Bill is..." Dipper's eyes widened. "I don't know, Dipper." Sue's panicked. "Gnomes are stealing garden gnomes again. Unicorns are aggressive, and last week, my favorite shovel started talking to me and demanding a vacation. A talking shovel? That's cute. Mabel tilted her head. No, Mabel, it's not cute, Dipper said firmly. It means the barrier is weak. Or something else. Suze, you said we could help. Yes, Suze nodded. You guys saved the world. You know how this works. I tried. I read Ford's journals, but there are too many big words. He pointed to a stack of books. Dipper picked up a journal. Looks like we have work to do again. Mabel, are you ready? Mabel raised her fist. Always ready for adventure, especially if it involves saving the world and maybe a new talking shovel. Later that night, in the secret room beneath the mystery shack, Dipper and Mabel sat at a table. Dipper was flipping through a journal. Strange, Dipper muttered. The journals say nothing about anomalies returning so quickly after Weirdmageddon. Unless, suddenly, the lights in the room flickered. Objects began to vibrate slightly. From the shadows in the corner of the room, a square figure slowly emerged, with one large eye in the middle and a small bow tie. It was Tad Strange. My brother was always so eccentric, Tad Strange said in a soft, monotonous voice, yet with a hint of hidden menace. All those triangles, chaos, screaming, so inefficient. I prefer order, symmetry, and of course, perfect angles. Gravity Falls. It's a very interesting place. So many irregularities, but soon everything will be perfect. Square, and very, very quiet. Tad Strange finished solving the Rubik's Cube he held, all sides perfectly aligned. He looked up, his single eye glowing, staring directly at Dipper and Mabel. Who are you? Dipper asked, grabbing the nearest book. I am Tad Strange, the square demon replied, and I am here to bring order. The cabin was quieter than usual. Melody was trying to calm her little daughter, Rosie. Zeus was panicking. I don't know what to do, Melody. It's happening again. The whispers, the glowing eyes, and then chaos. The whole town is talking about the mischievous elf Labubu, terrorizing the town at night. This is a new, dangerous anomaly that only Dipper and Mabel can handle. Guys, you're here. I don't know what to do. It's Rosie. She changes at night. He shows them Rosie's drawing. It's unmistakably Labubu. Suddenly, Rosie begins mutating again. An inhuman scream echoes, and the poor girl starts growing fur as a sinister smile spreads across her face. That means Ford has been hiding something all this time. Dipper and Mabel decide to search the attic, hoping to find at least some clue. He opens a hidden compartment. Inside lies Journal 4. I knew it. Mabel, reading aloud, her voice trembling. The curse of Labubu, a rare, ancient affliction, turns the innocent into mischievous beings. Chaos follows them, can only be lifted with the elixir aurum, found at the source of the Aurum River, guarded by the Groons. Their song can lull travelers into eternal sleep or drive them insane. Mabel, that sounds really dangerous. Dipper, this might be our last adventure, Mabel. Are you with me? Always, Dipper, always. Dipper and Mabel trek through the dense forests of Gravity Falls. Mabel freezes, her eyes wide. The trees, they're moving. Their branches twist into shadowy faces. A low whisper fills the air. This isn't right. It's not in the journal. Dipper and Mabel are surrounded. The path ahead and behind is blocked by sinister foliage. Panic rises. Dipper, pulling a small silver whistle from his bag found in the attic. The journal said this might work. Hold on. A sharp, piercing note cuts through the oppressive whispers. The shadowy faces grow angrier, their branches reaching for Dipper and Mabel. Dipper, help me! Mabel screams, gripped by panic. Don't be afraid, sis. I'll save us. Run! But the forest drains their strength, leeching their life force. Dipper and Mabel collapse to the ground, exhausted. We need to set up camp. The night could be dangerous. Mabel stares into the darkness, a chill running down her spine. Suddenly, the dark night is pierced by a blinding light. Dipper and Mabel crawl out of the tent to see a strange magical portal glowing in the sky. Oh no, not this! The Labubu curse is growing stronger. If we don't close the portal, thousands of Labubu will overrun all of Gravity Falls. I found it! Ford wrote that the portal can only be sealed at the border of worlds. There's a map here showing how to get there. The siblings set out once again on their brave adventure. Soon they see a strange glowing curtain separating the world of anomalies from the world of Gravity Falls. Because of the rift in the universe, all anomalies are slipping out of control, terrorizing the town. Dipper chants a spell. Suddenly, they feel their strength fading, as if their very souls are leaving their bodies. Dipper, I think it's a trap. This journal is fake. It wasn't written by Ford. That's the second time we've been in danger because of its clues. We need to find out who planted it in the attic, who wants to get rid of us. I promise, Mabel, we'll find out. But right now, we need to escape. Shh. Do you hear that whisper? They slowly turn their heads and realize the portal can no longer be closed. The Labubu uprising has begun. Now everyone is in terrible danger, especially Dipper and Mabel.